Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2, the Deadfire on Path of the Damned as Necromancer. I quickly switched Xoti for Seraphim because we're gonna pick up Palagina now and then replace Seraphim with Palagina, so why did I even put him in? Big reason, I want him to give him a chance to comment on our very first discussion with Palagina. Also, I know Olaf has something to say, but I want to hear him once Palagina is in our group. Seraphim has a level up, yes, but I don't care, because once I'm really actually pull him into the group... Oh, shut up, I have better things to do. Once I pull him into the group, I need to reskill him anyway, because he's totally fail skilled.
We can summon the guards if you want to be difficult, Aimiko. Kindly leave.
If Luca doesn't see reason, the Duape will lose their lands. For their sake, I must...
That's enough out of you. Good day.
Can deal with that later. First we want Palagina, and then we want to get rid of Adair, and only after that we do some questing. There was, by the way, a huge balanced patch that also gave some more beards and hairstyles and an eye color to choose. Here we have Palagina.
Ado, Watcher. The Cantanichesi sent for me. It seems the Republics have need of me again, thanks to you.
It is difficult to read her expression. The corners of her mouth briefly twitch into a smile, but there is worry in her eyes.
Do you have need of me?
Wow, I could be really an ass here, but I want her in the group. I will always have need of you, Palagina.
Good.
She nods sharply and steps forward. So, we can have her as a paladin fighter, which would be a crusader. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Would be good though, I think. Or we can have her to be a herald, a paladin chanter. And I certainly am curious to see what chanting ability she gets. Because other characters sometimes get unique spells or like some unique subclass. So, oh, that was all? Okay, fine.
Farewell and fair winds to you.
Okay, so we got her.
Ah.
Let's see what she can do. Few several chants here. Just some basic buffs, really. This Wrath of the Five Suns. What is this? Foe target. Bit more. What does this do? Marks an enemy as the focus of the paladin's righteous fury, granting a damage bonus against the target until combat ends or the target goes down. And the Five Suns give 5 searing projectiles shoot forth from the paladin's hand towards the focus of their righteous fury. So it's this. This is just one enemy. Mark damage bonus. Okay. Flames of Devotion and Lay on Hands. And here I want to see the chants. Okay, we have the... This is resistance to stuff, and this is fortitude and will. Stride and... I don't care about stride and reflex. We want to switch back and forth between those, so we go for A. It's good. A. No, A. Really, you just switch around. Oh, they changed this. Auto attack only, AI active, AI inactive. That's rather complicated. I mean, that this option is good, auto attack only, but I like the turn on and off.
Leave me alone.
Just leave me alone because he doesn't like me. Aww. But can I delete them? Come on, I don't want her to do on the sea. I was not in a good mood when I started this, and my mood is not getting any fucking better. Ah, that's how we do it. Good. So now we only have 8. Jeez, that took long.
At once.
Yeah, the party order is certainly very, very wrong. Like this seems fine. Good. Now we see what Aloth has to say. And then... because we are not popular with Aloth. What does she actually like? She hates racism. She doesn't like godlike, and she doesn't like religion. She likes anti-religious stuff. She is pro-Animancy. She's dutiful, and she's pro-Valiant Republics. And for someone that is so dutiful, it didn't take much to convince you to not obey the orders. But whatever. We speak with Aloth first, or do we go for the other thing? Yeah, let's speak with Aloth.
Great and terrible things are at work. And once again, you seem to be in the middle of it.
Aloth is twisting the edge of his sash between his hands, a purposeful frown on his face.
The Rawatayans we passed will doubtless spread word of what you've done in Hasongo. But others will want to know what you've seen. They'll look to you for answers.
He watches you uncertainly, his brow furrowed. I'll tell them what they need to hear.
You make it sound so simple.
He spreads his hands in exasperation.
Don't you worry what will come next? What events you might move forward?
What is this really about, Aloth? If I thought about it that much, I'd never do anything. What someone else does with my words is on them, not me. Of course, that's why I choose my words carefully. I doubt my response will mean anything irrevocable. No, of course, that's why I chose my words carefully.
I still don't understand how you can truly know what they will mean.
What is this really about, Aloth? He sighs through his nose, his lips pressed together.
It reminds me of the question that drew me to the Deadfire. The one I've been avoiding. I promised to tell you what I was doing among the Animancers at Port Marge.
Yes?
As you may have guessed, I was observing them, gathering information on the various Animancy operations in the region.
I thought you were looking for a particular Latin Key group.
Yes, and how better to draw them out? Animancy is a subject of particular interest to the Leaden Key. Through it, I hope to pick up the trail.
That's smart.
Merely a first step. After that incident in Old Valia, I thought more about the Leaden Key and its particular composition.
Mostly lunatics in robes, as I recall. I like that Islamil cackles gleefully as Aloth's thoughtful expression dissolves. After a moment, she fades away once more.
If you two are finished...
He gives you a sidelong glance, but the corners of his mouth turn up despite it.
It's existed for over 2,000 years. Say what you will about its motives and methods, but that's an impressive tenure.
That's true. He clasps his hands behind his back and begins pacing.
I hope you got a while, because I got lots to say about their motives and methods. I'm sure, but imagine what we could learn from them.
Turns back to you.
That's when I realized how short-sighted I'd been. To think I could change the leaden key without understanding how it works.
Listen.
I found references to an ancient leaden key cabal in the Deadfire. Possibly one of the oldest, if accounts are credible. And they appear to have been working independently, without direct intervention from Theos, for almost 2 millennia.
Wow. You think that by observing them you can learn how the leaden key works?
And how to reform it, yes.
They seemingly would like to crush it.
Most sources refer to them as the Painted Masks. But I haven't met anyone here who knows that name. I don't know where in the Deadfire they are exactly, but I was hoping we could look for them together.
I'll help as best as I can. Don't worry, Alof. I promise we'll find them one way or another. I don't want to promise the impossible. There's not much to go on, but we will try. Find an ancient leaden key sect somewhere in a monster-ridden archipelago. Sure, easy. We've got more pressing men. No. Find an ancient leaden key sect somewhere in a monster-ridden archipelago. Sure, easy.
Well, the Watcher who survived the wrath of the gods, I would hope so. Anyway, there's daylight yet. I suppose that's enough from me.
Okay, cool. Come on, give me some party banter. This group constellation will be unique because it will only last a short time. Because our goal is to slowly shape our final group. And then do some of the fun side quests. And do the ship quests where we need to go to the brothel. And there's still one group member that we haven't recruited yet. I certainly want to talk to him. But it can wait a bit. We've got other things that are more urgent now that we have done a Songo. Someone is calling us out. Okay? You're wandering through the streets when a man approaches you, cutting through the crowd. You've never seen him, but the look in his eyes suggests that he recognizes you. Watcher, let me through. Meadow folk man emerges from the crowd, red-faced and wild-haired. He pays no mind to the irritated pedestrians glowering at him. His bright eyes are fixed on you. You're the one what saw the miracle, when Eothas rose at Katnua, awe and conviction quiver in his voice. And you must be Latharn. You left Hazongo just before Eothas arrived. I knew it. Our paths were meant to cross. Our people talk highly of you. It's no wonder Eothas chose you to witness his return. That's why I'm hoping you can help. Chose me? I just was the one that had built a castle on top of him. Of course I was the first to see it. Duh. The tiniest flicker of doubt dances across his face. He banishes it with a deep breath and launches into his tale. Okay. I've been having strange dreams, a wheel that spins and spins, an orchard of koiki trees, each grown from the fallen fruit of the last. He scratches his whiskered skin. Then the spokes of the wheel break apart. The trees stop growing, fruit falls and rots until the ground is covered with festering, stinking pulp. Somebody has been snacking before bedtime. Please, this is important, he frowns. Has no sense of humor. In these dreams I also see you, at the center of the wheel, in the middle of the orchard. You were there when Eothas rose, and he seemed to follow every place he's been. He works his mouth into a fretful pout as he gets to the crux of his concern. Eothas is always meant rebirth and redemption. But so much death follows in his wake, both in the Saints' War and now here again. His wide eyes are full of question. Is this what I sound like? Adair gives you a guilty grimace. He turns towards Lothar. Friend, I'd love to buy you a drink if it helped. He shakes his head, the anxiety mounting behind his eyes. I need to know what this means, please. There are no answers. Why are you coming to me with this? I never asked to speak for anyone. Death and rebirth are part of the same cycle. You can't have one without the other. I don't think Eothas intends any harm. He's caused a lot of suffering. There are no easy answers. My people followed Eothas to war once. I wonder sometimes if we failed him when we lost, or if we did that at the moment we laid hand to the blade. Maybe you make a decision for yourself once. What do you want? Don't just try to do what you think the god wants. Just try to do what you think you want. It's at least how I do it. Please, you've seen more than anyone. You've got to have some idea of what it all means and how you make sense of it. Now you ask me to make decisions for you. As it seems, Eothas doesn't make decisions for you. You come to me. Well, fine, let me give you the decision. Follow me, be my servant, and kiss my boots. I can't tell you how to respond. You have to figure this out on yourself. Don't rely on custom to drive your faith, or you'll make the same mistakes as before. I don't know what it means, but I trust there's a higher purpose in the goal. No. Even gods must answer for their crimes. Eothas is no exception. It sounds good. The gods aren't the only means to greater understanding. Together, Kith can... Your faith and your way of life has kept your people together through war and famine. Hold on to them. Oh, that's nice. I won't say that. Dawn Stars have survived because of the community they formed. You don't need Eothas for that. That's true too, but even gods must answer for their crimes. Eothas is no exception. I suppose if they made the rules, they ought to abide by them. Palagina holds up her hand, rubbing the tip of her middle finger against her thumb and nodding. Lothar nods. I won't keep you, but you've given me a lot to think about. Thank you. He turns away and allows himself to melt into the crowd. Can we please continue where we were going? Yes, please. Some lags here and there. The beginning in Nekataka is super slow because the city is super big. Everyone who has played Pillars of Eternity 1 may remember Defiance Bay. At the beginning you can gather so many quests up there. And Nekataka is even bigger. So many quests and stuff you can get here, and some of them you can even do here without ever leaving. So there is so much dialogue going on. I love that. But for Let's Play it's a bit exhausting. It's still entertaining, but constantly reading is actually quite exhausting. That's why it always
Could I have a moment of your time?
Yeah, of course.
I know someone who works in this tower. An Necromancer named Joccolo. I'd like to see him if we could.
I don't see why not.
Agresim. It should not take long. I have not seen him in many years and I wanted to thank him.
Is this a glimmer of sentiment from our Iron Paladin? What, I wonder, could this fellow have done to merit it?
When I was a girl, he visited me in the academy. He was studying godlike, studying what was in our souls that made us different from other Kith. He found something in me, something that resonated like a chime when he held an instrument near me. He said it was like this for all godlike. Different chimes resonating for different types.
Wow, I'm one metaphysics short. Tap your chest. Sounds familiar.
But you are not godlike.
Something Barath gave me when I was in the beyond. She scrutinizes you, trying to determine your meaning. After a pause, she nods and continues.
In any case, he told me it was what was causing my body to change. I begged him to remove it. He refused at first, saying it was impossible. When I told him I would kill myself if he didn't, he said he would try.
You'd really have done that? Or were you just saying it? Some Valians, that's just how they make their point.
I don't expect you to understand, but I was 12. My body was changing in many ways. Being the only girl, the only godlike girl at the academy, was unbearable.
Oh wow, whatever the circumstances, suicide is wrong. Say nothing. I won't say any of those. Probably in any let's play. I'll play through. I will not go for those. You don't have to justify anything to me, Palagina.
Agressina.
She smiles warmly at you.
Giacomo was not able to remove the chime, but he was able to sever it. When it happened, I blacked out. I did not wake for 2 weeks. The Brotherhood ejected him from the academy for ruining their pet godlike. They assumed I would die. I did not. Over time, I lost most of my feathers. The shape of my nose changed. It was not enough to make me fully Galbandra, but it was enough to keep me from wanting to die. When I looked in a mirror, what I saw was not a godlike. Not something to be paraded around. It was me. Finally, me.
We have a hard choice here. Because I will not say no. I will certainly not say nothing. Boring. And I can't say this one because I don't have the requirements. But I will not say but you were you before. I mean, in some level it's true, but I can totally understand her, how it was important for her to get this change done, to be more her, like, yeah. And now we have to, I want to say this, I want to say you're beautiful just the way you are, and smile seductively, because it means, it kind of means, it's like saying, hey Palagina, I like you a lot. But it may backfire, because the way, I mean, if it were Eder or Xoti, that would be fine. They are chill. Palagina is not a chill character, and she certainly, to say this right now, is probably for her way too early. So I consider the smart play is probably not this. This is the smart play. But I will go anyway for this because I want to know what happens. We can always reload if it goes way too wrong. But I'm curious and I want to see, because this dialogue will not come up ever again. Just now. You're beautiful just the way you are. Malgina's head leans back and she observes you with a mix of annoyance and confusion.
I did not ask for your opinion.
Her sour expression softens for a moment.
Apologies, but I do not want you to have the wrong idea. I respect you, Watcher. In the Deerwood, we were companions. For better or worse, that relationship worked. I want this to work too. Beckham Blanca, respect me and my vocation.
She nods politely in your direction, briefly closing her golden eyes.
Anyway, now you understand why Giacomo is important to me.
That was actually okay. It sounded like a rejection, but like a very polite rejection.
If we can speak to him inside the tower, I would be grateful.
I will spoiler now, because for some of you who still want to play this game, it may be important. And I try not, I mean, we will probably find out while playing, but I want to those who want to find out themselves, in the meantime, probably give the chance to skip this spoiler. So I will spoiler it now, and who does not want to hear the spoiler, just skip ahead in the video like 30 seconds. Do it now. Good, so people who are still here can hear the spoiler. Palagina is not a romance option. Palagina and Adair will reject you. You cannot romance them under any circumstances. All the other characters you can actually romance, at least to quite a bit of a degree, while those two are not romancing you. So we were not gonna approach that. Now let's wait a few seconds because I want those who skip the spoilers give time to get in. I just got a message. I guess I take the moment, these 30 seconds to read that, although probably the 30 seconds are already over. Okay. Now we can continue with this game. We will not go in there yet. We want actually to go to the Temple of Dawn, the Dawn Stars. And I want to see the reputation. So she's neutral to me. Oh wow, how did I do that? They do not dislike me anymore. No!
I dare you to go inside.
Was I too nice to Palagina?
No! Tengaluhu will eat me!
Well, we'll see. I mean, I don't mind. Aloth was only barely disliking me. But Adair was disliking me quite a bit since quite an early time. But I guess I was making some decisions that made him happy again. I hope I get the opportunity to make him mad again, because he may not be on -1, but he may be on minus 0.5 or something. Because certainly it's not just a number, because the reputation is just a number +1, +2, or -1, -2. But there are of course some numbers between, for obvious reasons. So let's go in here. Hello. This woman is uncasting blah blah.
Light of Aethys be upon you.
Burns said you could tell us about the partisans of the lighted path.
Your friend guided you truly. Gadarian Bosch has honored me with the duty of helping his message reach all of the faithful.
I'm so tired of this fucking Bosch.
We answer the shining god's call. He shows us the way and we march in his wake. Already the vanguard prepares to make its journey, with more soon to follow.
What a vanguard.
Gadarian Bosch leads the vanguard. They are the most righteous of the partisans.
Yeah, righteous, like in Dr. Evil brackets.
They will be the first to join the ranks of Aethys, the first to charge at his call.
It leans toward you.
Baron said something about the Vanguard. You don't think he's that dumb, do you?
How would you join up with Aethys? Chase him in a boat?
Yes, in fact. We will follow him along the lighted path. When the time is right, he will welcome our souls into his legion. Gadarian Bosch has seen it.
Just your souls, then? Not a Not your bodies?
You have a list of people in the Vanguard. We want to see if our friend is among them.
The Vanguard know their own, and Gadarian Bosch knows them. Beyond that, we keep such information private.
If they know their own, what do you think they'd say to a couple new members? Can we be in the Vanguard too?
I'm afraid you cannot. The Vanguard is reserved for the most faithful among us. You have not even joined the partisans.
That I have only just learned of the partisans is a circumstance, not a measure of faith. True, I have followed the lighted path all the way from its origin in Deerwood as a grand pilgrimage.
Perhaps you do have the glow of someone prepared to lead the charge. Unfortunately, even if I were to initiate you right now into our order, it would be too late to join the Vanguard. Their ship is docked right now in Nekataka, and set to depart at any moment.
You think he could be on it? If he left right after we did, we gotta go.
They won't take you, but there will be more ships to follow. Stay and learn about the partisans of the lighted path, and I'll see that there is room for you.
That's a real nice offer. We'll think about it and get back to you.
Okay, so let's get to the docks.
Most birds I've seen leave quite a mess. How is Ishiza so tidy?
He isn't. In fact, he likes to hide his droppings between grimoire pages.
Just when I thought I needed to relax my personal boundaries.
Aww.
Incense? Offerings for the temple? You used to work a farm. Thank you, ma'am.
You do not have anything of interest, do you? Oh, I could use the medical supplies. Sure. Done. Didn't we want salt once? I think salt was something we once wanted and didn't have enough to craft some food that we wanted to craft. It's not expensive.
You must gather.
Yeah, we go now to the docks so we can finish Edda's quest.
Party before venturing forth.
And afterwards, I lost my thought in the middle of having a thought. You know that when you like thinking about something and while thinking of it you immediately forget where you were going with that thought?
For all your doubt in the gods, how can you believe animancers are any more responsible?
The gods have never done right by me. Animancers have. Even a little responsibility is better than none at all.
You place too much faith in them. Given the same license, they'll be just as bad.
Well, animancers at least are mortal, so if they do wrong you can go and smash them. Kinda hard to do that with a god, as we see here with Eothas. Oh, look, a bird. Kinda hard to do that.
We missed it. They're gonna park that thing next to Aethys and slit their own throats. I wish they'd gone ahead with it before they got Bairn involved. If we can't catch it, can you promise me we'll go right now?
He's a gunner, no point chasing.
Maybe not for you, but there is for me. You in, or am I going alone?
You may have to reload here, because I want to go for this, for the You're on your own. And I think he'll leave the party then. Oh, we actually find out what they do.
Alright, just let's not be late.
Okay. I want to save in here. We have the auto save that was before this, and we have save now because I want to talk with. First of all, I want them to be a bit more invited, and then.
You have my undivided attention, as always.
Okay. So she likes me already a lot. So I want to go for this. You're one of Canas. We're already 35 minutes into this. See you next episode.